Now we're going to simplify radical expressions with two variables. So this is really no different from anything. We're just going to take a look at each variable and work them out individually. So let's take a look. We can rewrite this. Again, if I take a look at 28, I know a perfect square factor is 4 times 7, right? And if I have an odd exponent, I can break that down. I can rewrite that as x to the 8th. So I take my exponent minus 1 times x to the 1, right? So that's x to the 9th. And then my y to the 8th is already a perfect square because it's an even exponent, right? So I'm just going to leave that as y to the 8th. Okay, so my perfect squares that I see inside the radical, inside the square root sign, is a 4, and then I have an x to the 8th, and I have a y to the 8th. So with those perfect squares, they can all come out. I can take the square roots of them, and they can come out, and we'll see what's left on the inside and what can come out. So the 4 can come out as a 2, because 2 times 2 gives me 4, and the x to the 8th, I can divide that exponent by 2, and I get x to the 4th. And then y is also to the 8th, so that can come out. Divide that exponent by 2, and I get y to the 4th. So the only things that are still left on the inside are a 7 and an x. So I just simply leave my 7x on the inside. Okay? Okay, let's try one more. So we have square root of 12a to the 7th, b to the 10th. So let's go ahead and we'll rewrite. 12 is not a perfect square, but we see that 4 times 3 is 12, and 4 is a perfect square. This has an odd exponent. A to the 7th has an odd exponent. So I'm going to rewrite that as a to the 6th times a to the 1st. Again, because our exponent rules tell us that 6 plus 1 gives me 7. And I want to try to get an even exponent there. And then I already have a b to the 10th, which has an even exponent. So these are all perfect squares. So my perfect squares that are inside the radical are my 4, my a to the 6th, again because it has an even exponent now, and my b to the 10th. So let's see what stays on the inside and what goes out. So my 4, the square root of 4 gives me a 2. Right? And then my a to the 6th, divide that exponent by 2. 6 divided by 2 gives me a 3. And then my b to the 10th, divide 10 by 2, and I get b to the 5th. So these all go away. So then the only thing that I'm left with on the inside is a 3 and an a. And my square root's a little bit long out there, but that's my final answer.